This is the Saddler's Saddle Tool. If you're right-handed, you might want to keep this side low and that side high. That way you feel like you have more control as a master musician on your string instrument. As you can see how we did this on the saddles. Before we wasted a lot of spiritual strength, energy, and time on a video about this. So this is adding more spiritually about wasting spiritual time and energy on maybe having a saddler's tool. And I think the other one was called something more tool about making stringed instrument work more spiritually fun, free, and right. But this is something that I would like to share, that originally I was going to share into my overextended spiritual sharing video. The saddler's tool, what I learned, as I shared before, was more about this side, intonation, and how you can tighten and loosen and tune a string from this end, which is not, that's a joke, not off limits to, well, it should be, but it's not. Oh, Jesus Christ. The saddler's saddle tool. Anyway, there should be a new tool to make this easy. So what I thought was pretty spiritual cool about what we learned here today, which there needs to be a what we learned here today tool, what we learned here today tool, and an even something tool, and a saddler's tool. What I thought was right was right-handed people leave the far side from the top. If the top of this, leave that. This side leave low, the false side leave high. That way you have saved time with your saddling and cleaning. Put cloth on the tips of everything to clean and just have fun cleaning. So you can see it's a small thing that I feel like saves time, but just have two screws in the saddle underneath, one here for this side, and then you have another one hiding right back there for this side, and it repeats itself to each saddle and each screw. And you want to clean all of this in here because it maximizes the effect of your spiritual whateverness. So what I like to do is I'd like to keep them stagger this saddle right here, because I'm right-handed. We keep the far end up in stagger so it saves time on work with intonation and stuff. So I do feel responsible for sharing as much as I can and we can about this joke about what we learned here today. And we were joking in the other video about world's greatest tricks, and we think we were left off between 6 and 7. So this would be 6, whatever, the letter 6 and whatever, correction, the number 6 and whatever letter, if you want to go deep or go long. Like, just have fun. I think they really should have a jack on this side for the right-handed players, because this is easier to have a jack here, right here. And you could even have a jack that says for right-handed players or pickers, and even string instrument mechanics. You know, it should just be a little sign that says for right-handed users here, and you have the jack for the right-handed string instrument players here. So we don't need to go into that, but we all about what this is called a jack. That's what I call a jack, but it doesn't matter. We're not going into the frying pan in 1929 electricity and what is inside underneath this pickguard in here. The pickups control electricity, what they control. These are magnet pieces right here, if y'all didn't know. Every time you hit this, that magnet picks up the vibration and the electricity goes into the potentiometer. You guys know way more than I do about that, but the signal goes into a controlling rig that controls the sounds that later go through to simplicity. I don't know why we're going to call it 3. Your electricity goes from the vibration to the magnet. The magnet traps, steals, secures, sneaks the sound through electrical wires through your controller, your master controller. And a simple It's a potential, and here is a simple. It's more simple than you think it is. Just make yourself say this is more simple than I think it is. And electricity runs to here, and then this is what this whole system. I call that a jack. There's other words for it, but I thought it'd be simple to have for right-handed users here, and have this port, this whatever piece you want to call that over here for right-handed players. And then you could even have a hole right here that's fake for people who do not want to play live electrical. Just it's fun. Here is a jack port here for people who do not want to perform, do not want to play. Here is a port jack for people with right-handed, or right-handed users. And the recording, it's really cool. I was joking about having a picture of a thumb. You can lift it up and record. I mean, it works. You could even use a tool. But I thought it was really cool. Just put a thumb, guitars with Band-Aids on them. Yeah, we're trying to share that. Well, yeah, the Jeff Nesson Band-Aid guitars and thumb guitars out, yes, maybe for y'all. But a picture of a thumb, and you can pop it, and you can push record. Bing, 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 and then you have chips and all that stuff. MIDI goes into SIM, SD cards and all that stuff. We're not supposed to know MIDI. We're not supposed to know that, but I'll go ahead and share something about it because I feel like it's the right thing to share, the next right thing to share. So sharing about MIDI will be something that is recorded. You can, hell, let's just make it a magic institutionalized digital interfacing, which could be recording. Just make it up. What do you think MIDI means? Well, I think MIDI means magic. Magic intelligence recording, or MID can mean, or just skip the D word. I don't like the word or letter anyway. Magic intelligence recording, MIR chip. You have a MIR chip, MIR. Really, like you have an M chip means magic, and an MM chip means magic making. Yeah, M chip is magic. Making magic is an MM chip. And making music magic would be the MMM chip. And the 4M chip, that's for people who don't want to perform. So, making magic chip will be a cool thing to do. Making magic chips everywhere. That may work someday. Lord, I pray. I used to not like the people that prayed for world peace because I didn't feel like they were really being rigorous honest. Anyway, with the making magic chips, making magic with music, and making music with magic chips. Back to the joke about that recording, and you should be able to do that. You pay the price. The Lord paid the price. We didn't have to pay it. I thought it was pretty cool. The Lord don't have to pay the price. I don't feel like we have to pay it. So I'm trying to make this easy on other people, and we're making this easy on other people. Because do your world's greatest stuff out here so you can be happy. Maybe don't do suicide, that ain't gonna make you happy. Don't hurt yourself or anybody else that may make you happy. If you feel like you have a Lord forgive me, if you feel like you have a satanic installation, unsettled pride, and you feel like your family's the origin, aren't right, to share about it. Doesn't have to necessarily be in that order, but you might want to work on things that are necessarily next, or you can even work on what's next, whatever works for you. The best thing to do, I recommend, is make something work. There's a joke about your own chips. It'd be musical. I'm not gonna get mad. I'm playing music. You can flip it upside down and say the W. I'm gonna be the world's greatest or whatever. So anyway, the MM would be making music and magic. Correction, we went from making music and went to making music blank magic. But so what we did was, I guess, I'm not gonna joke anymore about not drinking and smoking cigarettes, and not smoking cigarettes and drinking. We're not even joking about not drinking cigarettes and smoking cigarettes. We're not even joking about that. What we're gonna do is go back to where we started, where we left off. Yes, that was senses of humor. That was about making other people millions and billions and not even getting 1/6 of a penny for it and being happy. Why? Because we're not. It's a funny joke. We're just gonna make up shit like M chips, and maybe that'll work. So where we headed before was. I'm gonna do this because I think it's funny, and this is gonna be too fucking scary to share. So I'm not even gonna share it. Jesus, please help me not share it, man. The stomach's growling. Yeah, you can hear the horn honk, man. They know I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, So we're not gonna apologize for not being focused, but stay focused, focus, and focus. There's a band called Saga. They're way the world's greatest, man. Go listen to them. Don't listen to me. They have a song called and Loverboy too. They're way more world's greatest than me. But they have this song called "Turn Me Loose" or something like that. I don't know, man. They're way better than me anyway. That's why I'm here and they're there and you're where you're at. I got nothing that's cool. That's why I'm here. You're there and they're there. That's something I think that's something that's right to share. But that's what I suggest. Go listen to someone else instead of me. But we're the world's greatest jokes we're not going to cover them all because we don't want to. So one would be sharing in the order that you think is right and letting it go. Because when I'm wrong is I hold shit in and I don't even share it and then it's too late and then I get hurt because somebody else thinks wrong and says he's not sharing, he's waiting too long, or even a she's not sharing, she's waiting too long. I'm like, well, I didn't choose to do this, I didn't choose to live, so y'all should. That's wrong. See where I'm going with that? You need to leave me alone. So that's all wrong. But the world's greatest thing, sharing, and then two is just you have to make yourself do what's right. Period. I'm gonna leave it at that because if you want to be a better person, you might share. If you want to make yourself a better person, you already know what to do. That's what I'm joking about. Go back to the beginning. Go back where we started. Here we go round again. Listen to the Kings. You might want to do jokes about maybe I do want to be a world's greatest singer. Maybe I do want to skip working on stringed instruments and music stuff, and I just want to drive a truck. And maybe you want to go back to the beginning or go to Fort Benning. Long story short, you're going to be winning. Keep telling yourself this. I'm going to be winning. I'm going to be winning. And I can reduce and moderate sinning. And I'm going to be winning. I'm going to be winning. I can reduce and moderate sinning. I'm going to be winning. I'm going to be winning. I can reduce and moderate sinning. So anyway, the world's greatest stuff is spiritual order. The Lord shared with me, or something gave me something that was spiritually right, so I put it out there. And that's less the pride, but we were joking about I'm just going to pray intercessorily in Jesus H. Christ's name that you guys share when you need to. The worst thing that I could do is not the worst thing, but you guys are on your own for that. Sharing what you think is the truth at a time is a lie. And you can be more honest about whatever you think, feel, or you've acted on even, and not reduce to moderated sins to satanic installations from childhood, unsettled pain in families of origin. It doesn't have to be in that order necessarily, but when you take a look at yourself and you share, you might just start with, whatever works. This was not supposed to be where I'm going. Let's share stories. So we almost covered what we started, and we only have the spiritual strength, or Zoe spirit, or Zoe energy, or if you want to go ahead and Google filio love and agape love, it's not going to hurt you. Because it wasn't created to hurt you, so there you go. But I'm going to finish by making jokes about sharing what I feel like needs to be shared. And all I can do is share. So we did leave off on the M chip, which is make. Man, that's kind of funny, but you could even put make it happen. Stuff. And like I would write, or I would do memory recall. Here's a joke. Make it happen. I'm gonna make this happen. Why? Because I fucking feel wrong. If something doesn't work, you gotta make it work. That's why sometimes I know the audio part needs to be shut out of here all the way. Just shut it out. If you think that whatever I'm saying is wrong, just push pause and shut that part out. So the M thing is what works for me. Make. And that came from, see, I'm not even using the right order. Families of origin. Something is in me, in my spirit, where we were made to make impossible things happen. And you know what? Unfortunately, we're going to keep trying. And what's even See, I work on the changing, the replacing the spiritual feeling and the um, way, my way of speaking is. I'm gonna make it happen. I don't have to share with you, but that's a joke. It may help, maybe. So